This project is considered the best value for money and nearest to Singapore right now. Let's explore and see if this is really true. Welcome to Majestic GenSphere. Hi guys, it's Dana here. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are at Majestic GenSphere. As you know, actually I have reviewed many developments around CIQ before. But if you ask me which one is currently my personal favorite, this project will definitely be very high on my list. And before anyone says, Dana, every agent say their project is the best. But trust me, that's not why I'm saying this. Throughout this video, I will show you exactly why I think this project stands out from the rest. Of course, location is one of the biggest reasons, but surprisingly, that's actually not the main reason why I like it so much. What really caught my attention is the way the units are designed. Most projects within walking distance to CIQ tend to have very standard layouts, but this one is completely different. And because of that, whether you are buying for your investment or on stay, I think you will find something very interesting here. So let's start with the first layout that's still available. This is a Type B unit, and it is a 551 square feet with 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit. But here is the interesting part. It is actually a dual key layout. At the moment, there are only 23 units left, and prices start from around 726k ringgit. If you are taking a loan, your monthly installment would be somewhere around 3,000 ringgit. And every time I look at a number like this, I can't help but compare them with Singapore. Because for 900 Sing dollar in Singapore, you might only be renting a small room. But here in JB, within walking distance to CIQ, you are potentially owning an entire 2-bedroom luxury apartment. That's why I feel the value proposition here is very attractive. And now let's talk about investment potential. Because I know many of you watching are investors, if you look at the current rental market around CIQ, even the most basic studio units are already renting from around 2,100 ringgit to 2,700 ringgit per month. And those are not fully furnished luxury units. Some of them only come with very basic furnishing. Now look at the floor plan again. Because it's a dual key layout, you can practically treat as a 2 separate units. To keep this conservative, let's assume each side only rent for 2,200 ringgit per month. That will already give you a total of 4,400 in monthly rental income. And remember, we are calculating this based on today's rental market before RTS is fully operational. Once RTS starts running and traveling between JB and Singapore becomes even more convenient, many people expect demand around the CIQ area to become even stronger. Of course, nobody can guarantee future rental growth, but personally, I think this is one of the biggest reasons investors are paying attention to this area. And honestly, I don't think this project is only suitable for long-term rental. I actually think it is a very strong Airbnb candidate as well. The first reason is obvious. We are only about 440 meters away from CIQ. And there's even an approved Cowling Bridge connection leading there. The second reason is lifestyle. Many apartments give you 1 facility floor, maybe 2, but this project gives you 4 levels of facilities. Swimming pools, sky facilities, entertainment spaces, lifestyle zones. The whole environment feels more like a resort than a typical apartment. And that's important because Airbnb guests don't just pay for a room anymore. They're paying for an experience. And if I were traveling to JB for a weekend getaway, this is exactly the types of place I would want to stay. Plus, you are surrounded by some of the most popular destinations in JB town, such as R&F Mall, City Square and STS City Mall is nearby. Popular restaurants, cafes, entertainment are all located here as well. Everything is already established around this area, which means guests have plenty to do without needing transportation. This is really a plus, right? And now let's move on to what I think is the most unique unit in the entire CIQ area. So this is a Type A duplex unit. Honestly, I don't think I've seen anything quite like this within walking distance to CIQ. It's a double-story dual-key unit, and it feels like owning a landed property while enjoying the convenience of apartment living. Now some people will say, if I want a double-story home, why don't I just buy a landed property? And that's actually a fair question. But here's my question back to you. Can you find a landed property within walking distance to CIQ? And if you can find one, how much do you think it costs? The answer is usually a lot more than this. And most of the time, it won't even be a brand new property. Many of them are older homes that are already 10, 15 or even 20 years old. So for buyers who love the feeling of landed houses but still want the convenience of living near CIQ, this layout is probably suitable for you. This duplex unit is approximately approximately 700 square feet and come with 1 bedroom and 2 bathrooms. If needed, you can even create an additional rooms in the central section, and their price starts from around 836k ringgit. But what really makes this unit special is the dual access design. The lower floor has its own entrance. The upper floor also has its own entrance as well. Meaning, if your unit is on level 12, one entrance opens to the level 12 corridors, while the upper entrance opens to level 13. So from an investor point of view, it's almost like buying 2 units for the price of 1, because both levels have their own access and can function as separate living spaces. This is something you rarely see in projects this close to CIQ. And honestly, after reviewing so many developments in this area, that's what I very appreciate most about Majestic GenSphere. It's not just relying on location. Yes, the location is fantastic, but plenty of projects have good location too. What made this apartment stand out is a combination of location, unique layout, strong rental potential, and lifestyle facilities. It feels like the developer actually thought about how different types of buyers will use the property. Whether you are owner-occupier, a long-term investor, or someone exploring Airbnb opportunities, there are multiple ways to maximize the space. And that is something I always look for when evaluating a project. Alright, I think it's time for me to show you what everyone really come here to see. Let's head into the showroom and find out whether Majestic GenSphere truly live up to the hype. Let's go! So now I'm at the duplex unit showroom here. Actually, the developer didn't build a physical showroom for this exact duplex layout, but I found a showroom with an almost identical floor plan. So this should help you visualize how the space will actually feel in real life. So as you can see, this is the foyer area. There's some space for you to place your shoe cabinet or things like that, which is very practical for everyday living. And now let's head inside. As soon as you enter the unit, you will find the kitchen area here. Okay, one of the great things about this unit is that the developer is providing a full set of kitchen cabinets along with the hood and hob, all included. Alright, so let's move on to the living area. So this is the living room. The layout here is actually very similar to duplex layout in Majestic GenSphere. In terms of size, it's almost identical to the unit we are viewing right now. The main difference is that the unit comes with a bedroom on the ground floor. However, for Majestic Type E unit, there isn't a bedroom downstairs. So when we are comparing the layouts, we will focus on the section of the house. As for the bedroom area over there, we can just skip that part since it doesn't apply to the Majestic GenSphere duplex layout. So the first thing I noticed is the ceiling height, because whenever you are dealing with duplex unit, space perception becomes extremely important, and this is what gives the units that landed home feeling. You don't feel like you are living in a typical condo box. You actually feel a separation between living space and private space. So the lower floor will have its own bathroom. The bathroom comes fully furnished and everything is provided for you. The water heater and all other bedroom fittings are included as well. And another thing that makes this unit very interesting is its flexibility. As I mentioned just now, this duplex unit comes with 2 separate entrances, one entrance on the lower floor. So yeah, this is the lower floor entrance and another entrance on the upper floor. And that's where things get really creative. So if you are buying for investment purpose, you can actually convert the upper and lower levels into 2 independent living spaces. Yeah, of course, if you want to do that, you will need to close off the staircase area here so that both levels become completely separated. Then this living area can easily be transformed into a sleeping area. You can either add a partition wall to create a proper bedroom or just place a bed here instead of a sofa. And just like that, you have essentially created a self-contained studio unit. That's why I keep saying this layout is all about flexibility. You can configure it according to your own lifestyle or investment strategy. So now once we come upstairs, you will notice that the lower floor feels more social and communal, and the upper floor feels more private and personal. And that's one of the biggest reasons duplex layout continue to attract buyers. You are not just buying square footage, you are buying the feeling of having separate zones within your house. Okay, and you will notice that this entire space already feels like a studio unit on its own. So basically, if you want more privacy, you can just install a partition wall here and turn it into a proper bedroom. But honestly, even without adding a partition wall, it already works perfectly as a studio-style living space. You have enough room for a bed, a small sitting area, and most importantly, your own bathroom. So the upper floor can function very independently from the lower floor, and here's the part that I think many investors will appreciate. The upper floor has its own entrance that opens directly to the corridor, which means the lower floor and upper floor each have their own access point. In other words, it's almost like having two units within one property. So whether you are planning to stay here yourself or accommodate family members or maximize rental potential, this layout gives you options. And in real estate, flexibility is often one of the most valuable features a property can have. So after seeing everything today, here's my personal opinion. The reason I like Majestic GenSphere isn't because it is the cheapest project, and it isn't because it's the biggest project. I like it because it serves a few important problems at the same time. Workability to CIQ, flexible layout, strong rental potential, future connectivity, and lifestyle facilities that actually feel premium. Those are the reasons why out of all the projects I have built around CIQ, this remains one of my personal favorites. Right now, all the legal fees are fully free for you. You only need to cover the MOT and state levy yourself. And remember, fewer than 10% of units remain available. In total, there are only around 60 units left. So if you are interested in this project today, you can directly call the number on the top left or just come and WhatsApp me. So I'm Diana. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!